What is going on, everybody? Oh, just got done having me a darn good steak dinner, and I am ready to jump on here. Hope everybody's having a good week. And, man, it's nice to get back on this map to get some work done here. Oh. So, anyway, we are going to actually start the day off with getting in this vehicle here, the old 410 8R. Or 8R 410, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to get some outlining some more fields. If you didn't check out the last episode, kind of show you what we're working on here. Hey, Farmer Brian, how are you, bud? Nice of you to join us, and I'm glad you are here. That way you can answer questions on the fly. But as you can see here on the last episode, you missed the last episode, Sweden? I don't believe it. Did you really? But we made this waterway in here, and Farmer Brian, just so you know, I used your mod that you told me about, the True Edge. So I went ahead and made these roads and everything like that. That's all right. It's on there. You can get back and check it out. You gotta worry about it. That's the great thing about YouTube. Once it's on the internet, it's on there forever. But anyway, so that's the coolest thing right now that we got going. I did the True Edge, made this all cleaned up and everything. We'll get spun around here because we are going to the left up here to create more fields. That thing right there was murder to make. That is a big old field. Made the road a little close to the trees. I might have to cut some trees down before too long too. I ain't gonna be able to handle that stuff from the window. But anyway, we'll mosey on over here. I'll pull up the old Google Maps on my phone and make these as realistic as possible. I like using this smaller implement here to do the edges, and then I'll bring the big horse down and get them all filled in. But off stream, I did do some work on this map, and to kind of show you, I made 2 more fields, as you can see off over here. And actually, you can see the big horse off over there. Finish that up. It's kind of, for the most part, a square field, but over in the right-hand corner over there, it's kind of got like another little waterway. It's been raining all week. Doesn't feel like Christmas. No, it does not, does it? I ain't got an ounce of snow on the ground yet, so I'm kind of upset. How about you, Brian? Have you got any snow yet where you're at? Yeah, True Edge is nice. Though it looks like I messed up here. Oh, True Edge don't work on grass, I found out, unless I'm doing something wrong. Just flurries? Well, that's definitely more than we got. The only thing we've got is some froze up water hoses. Usually we get at least some snow on Christmas. Yeah. I figured you'd have snow on the ground almost a quarter of the year, to be honest with you, Sweden. But yeah, so we got a little field over here. It's kind of a goofy shape too. A lot of this is based up on waterways, or or little low-lying areas. So you can kind of see that's why that field has a little curve to it. But over here in the middle of these 2 fields is actually a farmhouse and everything with a big old barn, and we'll get to that. We might get to that here on this live stream, kind of put some buildings into it. But I definitely want to get some more fields created. The next field we are going to create is going to be straight up here, right off the bat. And it'll be pretty much a square field like usual, but except for in the back, because as you see them trees off over there, it's normally snow starts coming at the end of October. Yeah, that's what it used to be like here, Sweden. I remember as a little kid when I'd go trick-or-treating, we'd have usually a pretty good snowstorm, or a nice covering while I was trick-or-treating. So kind of sucks it's not like that anymore. But them trees over there, that's following a creek, and so the end of this field will have it's kind of like a rounded nose. But we'll get into it, and go after it anyway. And I will do my other Farmer Brian mod he showed me. And we will get this set up so we're straight. I love this thing. Brian, you have no idea how big of a help this is. I freaking love it. Your weather is bipolar? Sounds about right for Kentucky. Hey, did you ever check out that guy I told you to? Kentucky Ballistics? I have no idea what part of Kentucky he's from, but you have every season in one day. Hey, Kansas is like that too. Like, no joke. Yeah. That's exactly right. Alright, so this field comes to this edge. This field I can do off memory. I don't need Google Maps just yet. And then it kind of starts curving. It almost is like a shape of a bullet. You've added him, just not watched anything yet? Hey, you know, not all of his stuff is pure gold by any means, Farmer Brian. But he's definitely worth a looking into. Like, there's some stuff that's pretty cool. If guns are your thing and anything like that, and you're intrigued by them, it's really neat stuff. And we'll get lined up back over here. We might have to end up making that a little bit more rounder. But the field over here has got a big farmyard in front of it too. In between here, there's cattle. It's kind of like a cattle farm. Got bunk feeders and everything like that, and working area and chutes. And then he's got big old buildings and stuff to put in there. I'm kind of holding off on placing buildings. Feels like every American is into guns. Well, it's kind of I can't speak for everybody in America, but when it's actually in your amendments and you kind of start your country how we did, you know, guns are kind of a big deal. It actually really surprises me that people try to get rid of them. I actually want to buy more. I've been slammed. I edited 5 videos yesterday, then I was like, the hell with it. And I just uploaded them all. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't, I've been cooking and Christmas shopping all day. I seen them drop, Brian. I have not yet watched them, but I'm going to. It takes me a little bit to unwind after the stream. So I will definitely be checking those out probably after this stream. So definitely expect a like and a comment from me especially. Might not get all of them watched, but today, rest of the night and tomorrow definitely will. I like that one you got, Brian, the Can You Survive 25? I do like the aspect of that one. That one's definitely got me intrigued. Get our big horse up over here and we'll fill this field in. As y'all can see at the bottom right hand corner, I've got 8.5 hours on this tractor just on this map. Or 8.3, sorry, not 8.5. So I just kind of tell you how big these fields are. A lot of us doing that challenge. Well, see, like yours, I think what's cool about yours, Brian, is how you have it worded. Can you survive 25? Now, I haven't checked out anybody else's. I've only watched yours doing that stuff. I used to check the stuff out on 22 a lot, but I haven't, since I've been doing this and streaming and everything like that, I really haven't watched a lot of people. But I definitely go check yours out. But I like the way, if nobody else is wording it like that, you've got an edge on people because that's catchy. Like I said, we're just going to fill this field in. The map's really starting to take shape, and we're going to get a little more detailed in it and everything like that. That's when it's really going to pop. Anybody else still doing Christmas shopping, though? Waiting till the last minute, like me? I'm horrible at procrastinating stuff. It's not one of my better qualities. Oh, you all call it that, Brian? Well, that's pretty catchy. I ain't gonna lie, I straight up thought you come with that yourself. I was actually sitting there thinking it when I clicked on it. I was like, why can't I come up with stuff that catchy? You're done with Christmas? No, my dad ordered the PC upgrades from Amazon, but they will come in January. Well, that's cool. Sweden, I'm very, very excited for you, buddy. Well, that's all right, Brian. I wouldn't have known if you did take credit. I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but old Piper's been pretty busy on that Discord. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not. Seems like every time I get on there, there's something new's added to it. So, don't know if he'll join us tonight or not, but he's been working diligently on it. Hey, Brian, I actually got a question for you, or Sweden, or whoever can answer this. He said he won't join because... Oh, yeah, that's right. He did say that. I remember that now. He did say that. You're right, Sweden. But either one of you can answer this. Is how do I on OBS? How do I put chat where it shows up on the screen on OBS? Crusto, is that Crust2 or Crusto? And Rusty Money Gaming came up with... Oh, okay. Sweden, you have no clue? I don't either. That's why I'm asking. because I see other streamers, do stuff like that, or have in the past where the chat comes up on the screen, and so you can actually see what people, are typing if you're just watching this at a later date or something like that. But okay. Like I said, don't make it a priority. It's not no big deal. I was just curious because I kind of like that aspect of it. That way, if you do watch this at a later date and you don't have the chat turned on, it's not just me spouting random stuff. You can actually see people ask questions and stuff. It's not a real big issue. I'm just curious is all. Yeah, I knew I was going to do that. I didn't turn quick enough. I see a lot of Twitch streamers doing that. Yeah, so I didn't know. That's what I was kind of. Is it actually the chat on Twitch, or is it or YouTube, or is it their Discord? Because I could see it probably being on Discord. Oh, I guess I haven't checked in a while. Is the volume levels good, or is the tractor still a little too loud, or everything sound good? Volume is perfect. Okay, that's what I like to hear. Man, I love this mod there. I think mods is what makes games more fun myself. Okay, do you want to do it as I tell you, or just want me to just put it all on here? If you want, Farmer Brian, I won't worry about it this stream, but if you want to send it to me in Discord, on direct message or whatever, or however you want to do it, if that's easier. That way I can put it all together for next time. It's up to you, however you want to send it to me. Because I figure with, Discord, you could probably just copy and paste it if you're looking at a deal, or you just happen to figure it out. I will just put the YouTube video in the oh, okay, cool. I appreciate that, Brian. Man, you're a really big help. But no, Sweden, I'm really excited for you to get a PC, man, so you can get this game and we can all join on here and get some stuff done. Get us that, get a server going. Not like trying to copy the squad per se. Want to be a little OG about it. But I figure we can come up with some good stuff if y'all are wanting to do that. You're down, Brian? Yeah. Well, I knew from the get-go once you came on here and actually started, chatting with us, and I got to know a little bit more about you and everything like that. And then I started watching some of your stuff. I kind of, not being weird or nothing like that. I'm sitting there thinking, I was like, yeah, I want to have to do something with Old Fire with Brian, do a collab or something. The only hard time is just figuring out a time and a place where we both can get on at the same time and record or do whatever we got to do. I have a lot of games on Steam, but I can't have them all at once because I don't have the space for it. Oh, okay. Well, I just leave it up to you, Sweden. If you want to jump on here and play with us, and love to have you. If you'd rather just watch, that's cool too. Weekends are best for you. That's kind of what's good for me. I'm just too darn tired sometimes during the week. Like, I try to get videos done on Sunday because I live stream Saturday night, and I usually do my errands and cattle work and stuff like that on Saturday. So Sunday's kind of really my only day for doing some of that stuff. So, but either way, I can move stuff around. Do on Saturdays. I think the issue is all of us playing are the time zones since I'm in Europe. Well, I wouldn't think that would be a... Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Well, we could probably work around that. And I'm sure Brian probably wouldn't care either. Well, I can't speak for him, but I'm sure he wouldn't care. We could do something where, like, we wake up, I'm a morning person. I think Brian's a morning person, especially since he said he works out at like 2:30 in the morning or whatever. You are just a beast, Brian, for doing that. Record Saturday morning and edit on Sunday. So that should be, if we're in the morning time over here, it should be... I don't know what that would be for you, Sweden. We'll just have to figure the time zones out. That's all there is to it. But if there's a will, there's a way. Either that or swap it around where we're at night and you're in the morning where you're at. Yeah, Sweden, what time is it there now? Hey Wesley, how's it going, bud? It's 2 a.m. there? Holy crap, you're devoted, Sweden. Talking about on this stream here, Wesley? It's 8:30 where you're at, Brian. Yeah, it's 7:30 here. Wesley, not on this one, but I'm making the map for my own series kind of thing, and then once it's done, then I'll probably open it up for like server play. So I apologize, but on Saturdays I just kind of do the live stream thing, for myself and sit here and chat. But if you stick around and keep watching and everything like that and commenting and letting us know you're here, we can get something figured out in the future. All right, buddy? But I kind of secretly didn't have I wasn't going to do any, like, collaborations or nothing until after old Sweden got the opportunity to get his PC done and everything like that. And then if he wanted to go... Oh, yes, I did. You're right. I forgot about that, Brian. Let me do that real quick. There we go. I'm glad you reminded me. This, it actually only goes up to 10 mile an hour though, Brian. So I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. The max I've ever had it is 10 mile an hour with this implement and tractor. And it does make a difference just that little bit. Still better than 7. You are right. I even tried to raise the implement up, Brian, and then drive about 24 mile an hour and then drop it down. But she slowed right back down to 6, and then she went up to 7, and then I only ever got it up to 10. So I don't know what the deal is, but with that, I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought it was gonna be kind of like that fast farming. You can make it go faster in the XML. Yeah, I'd be down for that. I mean, some of this stuff I won't use the fast farming, like when I'm doing the field edges to design the field. You know, and then once I actually get into role playing on this map and owning fields and stuff like that, then I'll be doing it regular speed for the realism. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm just trying to get something done off camera. But yeah, I'd definitely be down for that. I don't know how much faster I'd want it to go, per se. But it says for this implement, look up there at the bottom of the top left, it's suggesting working speed is 11. So I know that little one on the 410, that thing starts hopping around, and it's actually kind of funny to watch. But back to the server stuff, when we decided to do that, I didn't know if this is a map you guys kind of want to jump on and do something with, or have another, see what, you know, like in January or something like that, see what comes out. And, you know, Brian, I know you said on this map you'd like to do like a little corner of your own kind of thing. And as big as this map is, yeah, there shouldn't be an issue with that. Do my corner and then do your corner, and so on and so forth. And then, you know, maybe Piper or Sweden can do their corner. I don't know how it'd all work out, if it would change the layout. You have to control the speed with the throttle. Okay, would I be able to do it with the cruise control if I have the a dial to adjust it up and down? Okay, yeah, I'd be down with that. As long as it's adjustable. Because I like, when I'm getting on these long passes, I like just hitting the cruise control and taking my feet off the pedals. Speaking of which, Brian, how are you liking your wheel setup? The implement name is the Summers. I think it's the biggest one that I've seen, unless they've come out with a bigger one. Let me get out of this thing and... Oh, wrong button. Get out of this thing and find out for sure. Yeah, it's the Summers... Oh, I can't remember what it is. It's Summers Super Chisel CP 2050. And if there's a bigger one out there, let me know, because I might go download it. But yeah, Sweden, if we're able to figure it all out, we'd definitely like you to join us. or just kind of have an open server where we don't have to, for say, all be in at the same time. It just runs on a random clock, and then whenever you can jump in, you make your money or whatever, and then when everybody's in, we can, role play together or whatever. That's all right. That might be some content for us. I'll tell you what. If you try it, I'll try to. How to say it? I'll try to learn your language. How about that? Now, I won't be well versed in it, but I'll try. Okay. All right, I got to pull up Google Maps on this one because this field's kind of technical, the one we're doing. So bear with me for a second while I pull it up. And where's it at? I'm on my phone. There we go. The satellite view now. Okie dokie. So there we are. So I think I made that one actually about perfect on the width. That'll be A-okay. Alright, so to kind of get our bearings here, well, let's go jump over to the this one here. You'd love to teach me? Well, definitely, man. So how do you, if you don't mind me asking, Sweden, how do you, how to say it? How do you just use like a translator or something like that to chat with us, or does it automatically do it for you into English? I'm going to put this right there for width purposes. And then we are going to go and do some construction, do some painting real quick to put a road in. Oh, that's not where I want to be. I want to be down here. Looking for mud light. There it is. You can speak. Oh shit! I can't speak. I can speak English, but I'm not good either. That's too wide. We'll go one row. Yeah, it should be about the right width. So right here, and then I'm going to use that True Edge mod and lock axis left shift. There we go. I'm going to put that just like that for references. Because there is a little dirt road. It's not a dirt road. It's kind of like a service road for the farm that's right here. And yeah, that'll look good. And it runs a little bit farther than that, but just for the purposes of this. And then we are going to come over here, since I got that, the whereabouts of that. We're going to come over here where the road tees off. What mile an hour do you want it to go? I'd just say 20, Brian. I think 20 would be plenty quick enough. Definitely get some work done with that. And that's just kind of like for video editing, when I have to. I had literally like that time lapse portion on the last episode of this on that big field. It was I mean, 40 minutes of recording, and it was just like, and I had to time lapse it to get that, you know, and it's kind of ridiculous if you ask me. So what we're doing here is this field and the field beside it, split this T. So we want to be right in the middle of that T here. And then I'm going to turn this on to 180 to get her straightened up. There she goes. And let me consult the maps again. Okay, so we need to go a little bit past halfway of that field. Okay. So let's go ahead and lower that in the ground. And get after it. Like, you see these fields from the road all day long, but you don't actually know their full detail until you're looking above them and everything like that. So that's why I kind of got to, you know, for say, oh, that's cool. I learned something else. So I can actually go off of that, the in between those fields over there, the very first two fields we did. That's where I'll turn back in on this. Glad I could see that. And if you're not seeing what I'm talking about, you will here in a second when I turn. Alright, we are turning now. It's kind of a hard right hand turn. And we're going to come back in. And it kind of squiggles. Because this is the creek. And it kind of goes downward at an angle to a point. And then we are going to, we'll go a little bit more. And then she comes around here. Pretty sharply, actually. And it cuts back. It looks to be about halfway of that. So we'll come back up over here. A little bit farther. And then we start cutting back this way. And she only goes a little bit farther this way than that field over here. So it's going to be kind of like a slight gradual. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking about, you know. It's it'll show a lot when I'm done with it. It's flat, but it's got a lot of, you know, uniqueness to it, if that makes sense, Sweden. And then she kind of goes straight, believe it or not. But that's kind of what I was thinking, doing that, you know, a server where we can all jump on. I thought maybe if everybody liked it enough, you know, maybe we could choose this map. If not, you know. Oh, man, where am I going? And it cuts back straight here. And then turns into here. And we'll just line up with that edge of the field. It's not perfectly straight, but it's kind of straight. And it goes up to the edge of this field here, or the road. And like I said, that's all it is a creek back here. That's dry a lot, but it's got some water in it. And then there's some old implements and stuff back here in the back. And then we'll stay off this a little bit. And then cut back. This field here is about the weirdest one because it's got the farm in it and then the creek on the background of it. So, oh man, I'm not using my. I need to be using that. Quit forgetting. You can. It is difficult, but you can. They've got a mod out for real water and stuff for creeks and rivers and ponds. You can use it. Man, we jawed it over a little bit, so I am actually going to pick up and fix that before I continue on, because that's it's gonna drive my OCD crazy. I got to pay attention to chat instead of where I was going and hitting my buttons that I needed to. But the fields really start coming alive when I put trees and stuff and the grass. It really makes it. Send it to your Discord. I think you will like it. It's a special edition. Do I just how do I add that into it there, Brian, the same way I do every other mod? Or do I got to take it out and then put it back in? This is where I'm going to show my street smarts when it comes to mods and stuff, which I ain't got any. Just throw it into the mod folder? Okay. We will definitely do that. Okay, so we are going to make a hard, sharp turn right here. And this part here you will not understand, per se, until I actually start putting buildings in here. We'll have to wait till you restart the game. Okay. Come this way. Then we're going to make a hard right-hand turn. Not very long. Then a hard left-hand turn. And then another hard right-hand turn. Oh, we want to go more than that. What do you stream with? Streamlabs? No, I just use OBS. I use OBS for everything on recording and regular videos. And cut back in. Pretty much even with this. We're cut down to the road. and loop her on around. Tell him to get the hell out. Yeah. Well, how about this? I'm going to have to tell him, because I did that on that last one. Let's just do this. Because we're going to be using him in this field. Actually, no, we're not. Because I've been looking at this, and the shape of it's right. It's just the dimensions of it feel a little off. So I'm just doing this to outline it. Because the edges are fine. It's just right around in this area. Because what it is there's trees that come around this, and there's sheds like a 60 or 80 by 120 right there, and then there's another one behind it, and I don't think that's enough room to do that. So I might have to adjust over here back a little bit more. You know what? Well, I could still do this, fill it in, and then just do the painting tool for everything I need in the shapes and stuff. So maybe we'll just do that. And then we just finish this up here. And it fills in, and this is the goofy. So we got a creek back there, and then the farm's in that little cul-de-sac thing. And then everything else is kind of pretty much, I mean, we got some other goofy ones, don't get me wrong. But for the most part, they're on, big old sections, and you got quarters and halves and stuff like that. But for the most part, they're kind of rectangular shape. But they still, like I said, it's weird and hard to describe. They have their own little character to them. So it makes it interesting. But again, I'm going to try to do some stuff off camera. And because, I mean, Brian, a 16x map is pretty huge. So, alrighty. Let's see. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that at a later date, now that you say that. But I want to, if we're going to do that, Brian, we'll wait until after the holidays are over. And I need to get that update from you for this map to get the people from floating. Or all the stuff that you fixed on it, if that makes sense. Because I can make this map multiplayer real easy. It just involved me getting out of the game and coming back in, obviously. Because I was thinking that too. That's something we could do is I make the outline of the fields and you come in and fill them in. And then when we work on your corner of the map, if this is the series, like this is the map you kind of all want to get in on, everybody can kind of have their corner. And I think this map here is actually going to make me get into modding, like building stuff. Like for building, so I'm going to have to learn how to do that. Okay. Well, it's whatever, easier. You know, now that I think about it, if that's kind of where all them fields and all them floating people are, the way it's kind of set up, I think town's going to be right there in that area. So maybe it might be better to have them floating so we ain't got them just sitting in buildings. I don't know. We'll just see how it is. One thing for sure, we will definitely get it figured out. If this goes a little past, it's all right. It's not perfect over here in the treed areas. Okay. Well, I figured if you're helping me do my stuff, then I could help you do yours if you make a field and do the outline of it with a small implement or whatever, and then I can come in and fill it in too. Actually, what I am going to do real quick is I probably do this while on the go, but I don't like how far down that sun is, so I'm gonna speed up time as fast as I can go, 360. So it'll be dark for a little bit. Bear with me. Hey Nate, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, I get what you're saying, Brian. I just do, like I said, I use the small stuff to get the outline of the field to draw it out, and then I use the big stuff to fill it in. But if you're good, it's whatever you want to do, man. I didn't even think about it going to be raining. Oh, yeah, I was just joking. Hey, you know, it's different strokes for different folks, Brian. You never know. Some people... Well, if I know anything, if you're going to do a corner of yours on this, then this map's definitely going to get tested with the trees. Because everything I know about Kentucky is there's some trees. Alright, sun's coming back out. Slow her down about 8 o'clock. So them little things flying around, is that supposed to be bugs? Or what is that supposed to be? It's got to be bugs, right? Almost looks like little snow flurries. See if I can make this big old 90-degree corner here. Look at that, like a pro. Yeah, for some reason on this field, she don't like to get over 9. But that bigger field off over there, Brian, she does get to 10. But no, when I downloaded that mod, I guess what I was expecting is it'd be like fast farming. You know, whatever your cruise speed is, when you got the cruise control on, that's what it'd go no matter what. Ugh. Yeah, that just, for some reason, I guess, I don't know, it might just be, we'll have to look when we get the buildings put in there. It might be big enough. That's what she said, obviously. I did my own that's what she said joke, so you guys didn't have to. And that fog looks amazing, though. Looks like darn wildfires. Go back and forth one more time here. Almost thinking we need to go at an angle for these long rows, because there kind of really ain't no long row area. I think we're actually doing the long rows. So, Brian, have you thought any more about live streaming? Haven't gotten around to it. Like I said, it's for me. I kind of like live streaming, and I almost thought about doing it more myself. It just, you know, finding the time. Well, it's not so much finding the time because you get more time but like figuring out what days people are on and sitting back and relaxing and watching YouTube. Some people just do it all the time, and some people have, um, other stuff they do during the week. And I didn't know if I guess what I'm saying, it would be beneficial to do it, per se. I'll straighten this off here. But so Saturdays I kind of figured out would be, I guess a lot of people are still going out on Saturday nights and everything like that, and that's why I stream for a couple hours, or try to. That way, if we go out to eat dinner, they can come back and check, and come on, they hop on. If not, they don't. But that's my biggest issue, and I'm probably thinking way too much about it. But man, it is so easy just doing this over making a video, coming up with content, doing the whole script thing in your head. If you do that, I kind of do half and half. I kind of have the way I do about it is I have an idea what I want to get done, and I just kind of go in my head, an outline. I don't write it down per se. I do write ideas down. But live stream, you just get on here and go, and you end up having great conversations with people, and it's really relaxing and enjoyable, and you can just get on here, kill time, and get work done at the same time. That's why I do it. Because it's a lot easier just to knock these big old fields out, especially with what I'm doing here on this series. It's a lot easier to do a live stream on this series than it is to do a video on. But if I had my choice and I had to pick one or the other, I would do live streaming the whole time. Like that week where I was short some videos and didn't put out too many, and I did a week's worth of live streams for Thanksgiving, and I think is what it was, Thanksgiving, and I did that, or no, it was October. Hell, I can't remember, guys. It was really fun to me just to get on here for a couple hours every night, and people got on. But I got some work done. Damn dog's being annoying tonight. Oh man, it don't matter if you have an audience or not. Believe it or not, I think my first live stream, I can't remember if it was the first one. Swede don't have to let me know or not. If it was the first one or the second one, he jumped on and he was on every one of them. You just get guys that'll click on there because your thumbnail looks interesting, and they'll be with you ever since. I want to say it was the first one Sweden jumped on, and he just came in there and said, "Hey, what's going on?" Or I can't remember exactly what he said, but I remember it very well. Like, he just brought I'm sitting there thinking to myself, oh, this is kind of dumb. Nobody's watching or whatever. But, if you jump on live streaming, you've got me. I'm sure Piper would jump on there, and pretty sure Sweden would jump on there. So you already be starting off way better than I did. And I see enough of, when I watch your videos and how many views it gets and stuff like that. Yeah, you remember the Ranching series? It was pretty good. But I didn't have a clue what I was doing. And I think my first... my first live stream, I think I just got done learning how to go live. I was actually going to go live like a day or two before, but my channel was so new that I had to wait like 2 days or something like that for them to verify my account or whatever it is they got to do. So I had to wait, which, led to the little, animosity. What made me start YouTube? Uh, well, I've always kind of how to say it. This is actually my second YouTube channel. My first one is, if you guys in Discord, you remember my sprint car, my race car. You see the side of that, and you look at that picture, it says underfunded on it. Well, that was my first YouTube deal, and I wanted to, show my racing and everything like that. And, the triumphs of pretty much kind of giving up close shot of what it's like not having money, and still going racing and being competitive. And I wouldn't say I got burnt out by no means, because I would, if I could go, I'd go in it right now. But I was making a little bit more money than I was making right now. So I still got the race car. It's still sitting back there, and I ain't saying I won't ever jump back on that and make videos again, but it's kind of, I would guess it would be kind of considered a dead channel. And I wanted to do that, and I really, really like videoing stuff and turn it in. It's kind of like an art form to me. When I moved back here to Kansas, it changed a little bit, because down there in Florida, I could go anywhere and go race at any given week. And up here, it's a little bit more, you still can, but it's farther distances. And with my new work schedule and everything like that, I wasn't able to get freed up like I was down there. So it just kind of didn't work out. So I keep it in hopes that I'll get to run it again here and there. And I got to do motor work on it and go through it. But I really did enjoy that, and that's kind of what made me start YouTube. And then I watched people do this farm sim stuff, and I really enjoyed farm sim. And I thought, hey, I could get in here and make good content too. And I'm the type of person that I have an attitude about me that if I'm going to do something, I'm not going to do it half-assed. I'm going to do it to the best of my ability in hopes to be the best at it. So needless to say, my goal every time I get on here is to have a good time, make good quality content. It don't always work, because I'm still learning, but I want to be that, like how everybody views the squad, for instance, or what's his name, leader of that group. I want to be like, when somebody types in Farm Sim 25, my goal is every time that I want my video to be the first one popped up. If it happens, that's what my goal is. If it doesn't happen, I'm not going to get down about it, if that makes any sense. I'm kind of a weird feller when it comes to that. So hopefully that explains it, sweet. It's kind of a long answer, but it's like I said, when we got on the chat and stuff like that, it's not that I don't have 1 million followers or anything like that. It's I would rather have a few good people like I've got right now who follow me and are just like my stuff. I would rather have that than 1 million of people who really don't give a shit, if that makes sense. Whether I succeed or fail, that's the way I view everything I do. So, and then when I got those people in my corner that are constantly there following me and everything like that, I go out of my way and do the best I can to do the same for them, to help them succeed. Because if, I view you all that are on here regularly and on the Discord with me and talk and, help me out, I try to return the favor as much as possible, because I view you guys at that point as my friends instead of, just a community. And, how you all view me is your own deal. It don't bother me either way, but that's how I view you guys. So I try to help out as much as I can. I'm not perfect at it, but I do what I can kind of one of those deals like, you know, the people that were there at your lowest is the ones you need to be remembering when you're at your highest. Because it's those people at your lowest that helped you continue when you're like, this is dumb, I don't want to do this no more, to get you to your greatest. And when we do the multiplayer, maybe I can do live streams when you're not. Who are you again? But it's like I said, you know, this stuff I enjoy doing. I enjoy playing Farm Sim 25. And the way I considered it is, I'm going to play the damn thing anyway. Why not see if anybody else likes the stuff I do? And whether y'all believe it or not, that first video of this series that got over 1,600 views, that's exciting to me. I'm not gloating, I'm not shoving it in anybody's faces, but that right there just blew my mind. I was never expecting that. And, you know, and then now that I look back at it, you know, whether you guys like to admit it or not, y'all had something to do with that. One way or another, y'all had something to do with that. So I appreciate all your guys' help. Because let's be honest, I don't know everything about this game or computers and stuff like that, so I actually lean on you guys a lot. Probably way more than I should. But I'm so happy you guys are there when I do need a question answered or something like that. And I'm going to sound, I don't care, I'm going to sound like a broke record a lot talking about it, but that's honestly how I feel about it. And then Brian, you can live stream whenever you want, buddy. You ain't got to wait on me, or if it's best for the audience, you grow with that. If it's best for you to be on a Saturday at the same time, by all means go ahead. I ain't going to get mad or anything like that. That's you got to do what's good for you too. Yes, sir, we are. Me, myself, I kind of like my circles tiny anyway. No, you can do earlier. Hey, that's again your call, buddy. My worst fear with all that stuff is if we're live streaming together or something like that, and I have what happened past live stream where I had a baby calf being born, so I had to shut the stream off. Speaking of which, that calf is doing great, and she is lively, let me tell you. I've got 2 more on the way. I just don't know when they're going to be here. I don't think I checked them all before I got on the stream, and none of them look like they're giving me any signs that they're going to go tonight, so I think we're safe. And I don't know, it's kind of looking like I might have a Christmas calf or a New Year's calf is what I'm thinking. Or both. Yeah, she's a little black baldy heifer calf, and yeah, she's pretty. She's got 3 white feet. The first one, that little bull calf, he is huge already. I was thinking he was probably around 90 pounds born, and I bet you he's every bit of 150 right now, and it's only, he was born on the 5th of December, I think. He had a bad case of the zoomies the other day. It was so damn funny I had to record him. One of these days when I get them standing side by side, I'll see if I can't snap a picture and put it on Discord and let y'all see it. Oh, and also, Sweden, I did, when I got back here on Facebook, I ended up doing getting in with a guy and created a little project with him, video editing and stuff like that, called Bull Shots. I don't do it no more, but the real beginning when that came out, it was pretty cool. I liked video editing that. So anything with video editing and stuff like that, I don't know. I like doing it. I like filming. I like recording. Which is weird because I kind of like the personal, space, lifestyle, nobody to know my business, but at the same time I like recording everything because I think it's cool. So if it was, Brian, if it was 2 a.m. when we started the stream over in Sweden, we started at 7 my time, 8 your time. What is that? 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. So he's 6 hours ahead of us. Well, he's 6 hours ahead of me and 5 hours ahead of you. So that's manageable. I think that's definitely doable. So if he ain't busy, we could get on there, 6 or 7 in the morning, and it'll be around lunchtime, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon for him. And then Piper, I do believe, is on the same time zone I am, so I do believe Wisconsin's on the same time frame as Kansas. I think it's the Mississippi River that changes the time zone, ain't it? Oh, I hit the wrong button. Whoops. You'll make time? Well, I will too. Been hitting that good all day. I hit Control Home, which did the 180. Well, it's settled, Sweden. You ain't got no choice. You're streaming with us. Man, not to force you into anything, but we kind of just did. And then for everybody else that came on here and keeps wanting to join in and stuff like that, I'll make us, if we want to do the same thing or on the same map, then I can make another server for this map and we can do something with you there too, and I can stream another time also. I get up at 2 a.m. throughout the week, so 5 a.m. is sleeping in. Oh, I get that. I don't got it that bad, Brian. I ain't there yet, but I'm starting to get there. It seems like today I woke up at say I wanted to sleep in because I didn't get very much sleep Thursday night because I was editing this long video. I think I got to bed about midnight, and I had to wake up at 4 to get up and go to work and feed the cows and everything. And but this morning, I want to say I rolled out of bed naturally like 6:30 ish. So I hopped on here and created them 2 fields over there. Alright, so this field is all done and filled in. Now I guess we could test and see. Let's see what barns we got and everything. And go from there and kind of get something situated over here to kind of see if I've got to repaint or anything like that. And it'll kind of change the monotony up of me doing this stuff all the time. I'm not boring you guys. Alright, so there's where it'd be at. So it just don't look like it'd be enough. And obviously I know they're not going to have the exact shed that this guy has. But we can get something close. Sheds, okay. That don't look big enough. This is like one he's got over here in the back, so that won't work. Let's see. What is this one? That actually might be. It's not the right one, but it's close. The one he's got should be wider and longer. Let's see here. Silos, silo extensions, constructibles. What's constructibles about? What if you chat? Let me know what's constructibles. Is that something I got to build or must be assembled, delivered, required? Okay, I guess I should have just read that. Tools, farmhouses, anything in tools? Nope. Farmhouses. Okay, so let's go back to sheds. See, truth be told, it's not the exact shed. This would probably be a little closer to what he would have. So what we can do, man. But he ain't got the side doors there. He just got the 2 ends. So, damn the bad luck. I don't think this would be. Yeah, because it's got to have a door on the end, on both ends. Brian, if you know any mods that'd be kind of similar to what I'm describing, let me know. Or know of. That one don't have an end deal either. That one don't have an end. Oh, brother. It's the only thing I hate about games when they early come out. They ain't got a lot of mods to them yet. This is the only one that has it. I don't even have an indoor. What the hell? I know I found one that had an indoor. Where's that? Well, let me see how this lays out. I might have to do some painting and fix that other side. But to kind of give you an example of what we got going, is this would be, because it is a big shed. Put that about right there. And then he has a smaller one. Probably that size of that blue one, to be honest with you. No. No, that ain't big enough. What's this look like? That ain't right either. I mean, the size is a little bit more right, but it's... Can you change the color on it or anything like that? I don't see how you can. Shades are few and far between, but I have a few. Yeah, I'm looking for something that's... It'd be a... Well, Brian, one of these days I'll drive by it and I'll just snap a picture of it if I can. Just crazy. This customize F. There's what I'm looking for. And it'd be white. Select, so it was right. And this is kind of about right in this area. Okay, just for purposes of visual, y'all can. Your 9RX is what's stopping you from the speed. Really? I figure 650 some odd horse would be, because I even got the big one, the case, that big huge one that they got, and it would still only pull at that speed. And it's got like 715 horsepower. Or is it just something in the deal itself? But anyway, so we'll come over here to kind of give you guys an example. I ain't going to do this the whole time because it's not right. And I let perfect be the enemy of good. But in the front here, he's got... I don't know what Japanese that is. Chinese elms. What's that look like? No. What's a little bitty one of that? Nope. Probably going to be the sharkberry. No, it's not even that. That'd probably be the closest, to be honest with you. Okay. That'll work for visual purposes. And then he's got it kind of like a windbreak. And kind of like privacy too. It's pretty neat how it's set up, actually. And then back here, it does the same thing, except for this goes straight. And the reason why he's got this windbreak is for the cattle, mainly. And you'll see as we go along more and get more of this stuff filled in that but yeah, that's pretty much how it's designed. And then the house will be over here, and then there's another shed here, another shed here, and then this is all cattle pens and working chutes and everything like that. So kind of give you an idea. It's not exact, but it'll be pretty close. And you can get kind of an idea how that everything's shaped up here from the construction view. I didn't realize you could get that tall. And so yeah, it's coming together. It really is. I'm pretty pleased with it. So, but anyway, we're going to get back to creating some more fields. I like to create another one or two before the stream ends and get some of this filled in. And I need to put trees there, but I knew I'd get caught on it. I always end up parking this 9RX in the wrong spot. But the trees he's got, I'm not for sure what trees it is. And I know later down the road they'll have a tree mod that gives you a whole bunch of trees. But they're that thick and about that tall, but they're all the way bushy to the ground. And I can't think of their name. But it's a windbreak. So let's go over here into the mist. Get my mouse pulled back up. Okay, so that'll be a... Get in here and get her undone again. Yeah, Brian, I'd be kind of curious what it is about the 9RX that's the speed problem. Put that down, and that is a half mile. Yeah, okay. Just making sure it was a half mile. So we will start driving. We're going to go a half mile or half a kilometer this way, pretty much. So at 4,500, we need to turn back and go east. My corner of the map would be pretty easy because all we got here is birch and pine. So you'd be the logging person, is what you're saying. Well, hey, that's fine too. So we definitely gonna test this map out on how many trees we can put down. Have to call old Sweden to cut down some trees for us. You got pig, cows, chicken farms too. Yeah. You know, that'd actually work out perfect here because this field would be, because if it's an 8 kilometer by 8 kilometer map, then man, that's going to work out good. Because this would be technically the section of my, because if I gave each one of you on this one, I tested it with a 1,000 horsepower tractor and I went 18 miles per hour. Huh. Okay, we're going to lift up there. There's our half kilometer. Real life, it's a half mile. Same one I'm using. What'd you do? Just mod it to 1,000? And we're gonna go to 6,500 up here. Same plow. Well, what'd you use that had 1,000 horsepower? Color me curious. Modded Xeron. Gotcha. Uh-oh, something ain't right here. I need to look at something. Because this field should be the edge of that field up there, and I'm already at 65. We might have to make this field just a hair bigger. You sent me a video of it testing it? I'll have to check that out. Where is this going to? I screwed something up. I did all my measurements right, I thought. Y'all can't see what I'm looking at. I'm looking off over there in the distance where that other field is. This should come up to the edge of it, but I'm already way past the... I'm down to 63. And the easiest thing would be to make this just a bit bigger. See how close I get to this from this far away. Might have nailed it. Either make this a little bit bigger or shave them other two fields down or move them to the right a little bit. I can do that. Well, I can't that one. I'd have to remove all the trees and stuff. But this field here, the reason why I picked it is because it's pretty, square. It's got a little waterway running through it that they end up just plowing through. So it's not a very deep one. It's just where kind of overflow water runs off. But it's pretty basic. I'm a little bit off. Man, the other fields on the other side are just kind of like a grassland area. There's a smaller field in that section. It's broke off into like little eighths, if that makes sense. And it's just kind of pasture land for cattle, so I can kind of make do on that one. That ain't the end of the world. But I was trying, the whole goal of this was to kind of make it as realistic as possible. Right, I'm going to check that Discord out right now. Make this turn here real quick. Oh yeah, you're pulling it pretty quick, bud. You ain't kidding. That's crazy. Yeah, it'd make this a lot better because you see, I got this going and I'm only doing 8 mile an hour on this. So I wonder if there's a slight. This map, well, it does kind of look like it's bowed right here, so maybe that is it. Huh. Well, we might have to mod a John Deere, Brian, because I'm a John Deere guy. I know it's boring. Ooh, gross, right? Can't help it. It's what I grew up with. I'm a Ford and John Deere guy. What are you guys? What's your things, your clicks you like to stick to on when it comes to machines? You like JCB? Hey, that's different. I don't usually hear that as an answer. But hey, that's pretty cool. You're definitely a John Deere guy. I grew up with mostly John Deere. Yeah. See, that's what a lot of people like. It's not. Everybody thinks like when you say John Deere and stuff like that. And I ain't speaking for everybody when I say this, but like, oh, you're just that popular stuff. No, it has nothing to do with it. You know, when you actually grow up with it and it's all you know how to work on, and it has proven itself to you. You've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. You really just kind of like it. There's lack of better terms. You really do. And there's nothing else better out there. It's kind of like you don't like change. Really, it's what it is. But I've driven farm-alls and stuff like that, the old machines, and they all have their perks and everything. You really like the 4650. My favorite is the 4020. The 4020 just holds dear to my heart. It really does. Because that's the first one I really learned, and they kind of let me loose on. Had a bucket on it. It was just, I like the open cab feel. Got to mess with a 4755 a lot. You know, they also had I never got the opportunity to jump in, but they had one of them big versatile New Hollands. I always wanted to drive that thing, and I think they didn't like the way I looked when I said I wanted to drive it. They never would let me. That thing had some power now. Your dad is looking to buy a 4550. Well, that's pretty cool. If he does buy one, you have to take a picture and send it to us, bud. Because I'll be honest with you guys, it wasn't until I really got big into farm sim that I didn't realize John Deere was worldwide as it is. To be completely honest, I just thought it was mainly strictly an American thing, and you know, some people would have it, but I didn't realize they have, you know, big factories over in Europe and everything like that. I did not know that. The great thing, you know, what I'd like to see on this game, and I'm sure some of you agree, like with what I'm doing right now, how cool it would be to make an outline of the field. I think it was like course play, pretty much, where you could create fields on the map, and then you could send a helper in to actually plow them up for you, and I could be working on something else. But we're going to have that issue fixed probably. I'm guessing next live stream possibly if he's down for it. I'll make the outside of the field and have old Farmer Brian fill them in. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of excited to do a little role play on this map. I think that'd be pretty cool. Now, Brian, do I have to have the same mods as you do on this map? And vice versa for it to work right, or how's that work? You will have to have it, whatever mods I have. Okay. I don't think I have that many. I don't think it'd be excessive anyway. Should make a mod list. Do I like and put it down in the description of the on the YouTube? Or put it on Discord? Okay. Yeah, because I look down at like Farmer Brian's videos on his description, and he puts down there, the list of the people he watches and everything like that. And that's pretty cool, and I need to follow that and see, to be honest with you. By the time I'm editing videos and stuff like that, I honestly just straight up forget about doing it. But I guess I need to go back and probably edit some of them and start doing that. When I try and join, it will show me, I think. Oh, okay. Gotcha. There's a Swedish guy who plays FS, and he puts his mod list in the description. Hey, Gorilla. Okay. Well, I will. Hey, send me that name, Sweden, in Discord so I remember it. And after this, I'll go check his deal out. That way I can see how he has it laid out and kind of get an idea. Because I think that would probably be a pretty cool thing to put. Don't use the plow I sent. It won't create fields for some reason. Oh, okay. Have you, since you've been watching me, Brian, on this map, have you messed with this map very much, or? And what do you think of it? If you don't mind me asking. Not really? Okay. So I know we were talking. I can't remember if it was on stream or on Discord. You were talking about asking me what it was because you hadn't really found a good 16x map yet, and I told you, and you said you already had it downloaded. You saying, all right, thank you, Sweden. Like I just don't know where to start. Yeah. It's kind of how I was when I was on it. Like, it looks like it has potential. I think it's just mainly one of those deals. It's like you got the bare minimums in there. I've been trying to put, down in the description too, and I know I've been failing at it too, just to kind of show you my mindset, unfortunately, of putting the Discord stuff down there in the description as well. That way people, if they wanted to be on there or whatever, they could join it. And I think I put that on 2 videos and I forgot. Just I got so much up in the old noggin thinking about, and it just straight up slips my mind. You know that if you remember on 22, that flex coil, the what was it, a cultivator that they had the mod in there where you could use it as a plow too. That thing was like, I don't know how many meters wide it was, but that would be really great to have again. It probably wasn't, but it felt like it'd be like two of these wide is what it felt like. And that thing would roll down the road, pretty quick too. I would figure that'd have been a mod they'd already probably had back in here. See, what I was thinking, and again, here I am thinking, so bear with me, is you would think all them 22 mods that they have out, I don't know what it's like on the coding or whatever it is that they do to swap them over to 25, because I know some mods have, but I figured, man, they'd be rolling some of them mods in here like really quickly. And then I thought we'd be seeing more maps than we have too, on Mod Hub. But they haven't been rolling in either. You watch DJ Goham, he's talking about stuff all the time, that's in testing or whatever. And I don't know the whole process of that, so I could be just talking straight up out of my ass. But it's one of those deals like I figured there'd be more already. I don't know if there's other people out there that feel the same way, or am I a one-off feller, You heard it's harder on 25 to make maps. Really? Is it just that new, whatever they did that was new to this game? Is it just really messing with people that much? There's a lot more tedious, you think, Brian? New game engine, yeah. Well, that's like a thing like that surprised the hell out of me was, they did the ground deformation, but I have yet to see anything about vehicles getting stuck. See, in 22, they did the vehicles getting stuck there towards the end, and, but it wouldn't show. It would make the marks on the ground, but it wouldn't be indention. So that'd be kind of cool if they could combine the two. You get in a real soupy area, and you start bogging it down and sink a tractor up to its axles, And then you could actually have a use for the tow rope and stuff like that. Instead of just role playing it, you actually have to use it. And that would be something, it'd be one of those mods everybody would have to have, because you never know when you're going to have to unstick a tractor. Because I think waiting until the dirt dries around it to be able to try to dry it or dig it out, would be, probably a little bit more unrealistic to do. But I don't know what the technology they have on the map making and stuff like that, whether they'd be able to do that easily or not. Actually going to switch this way and make another round so I have a turnaround spot. Oh, really? That'd be pretty cool, Brian. I haven't drove in the snow too much here because everything I record is, mainly just plowing or cultivating and harvesting, fertilizing and such, so I don't really play in the snow that much. I'd like to do, a snow removal section in my videos, but just for what I do, I don't really have anything to, bring snow content to you guys. I'm sure something will one day. Just kind of around here, when it gets snow on the ground and gets cold, it's kind of just sticking to the cattle work. But I think we'll definitely be bringing the ranch series back in 25 for sure. I'll probably wait to bring that out because I don't want too many things thrown in the fire at once. So I'll probably wait till I own all the map in Riverbend Springs before I bring a new one out, finish one off before I add another one. The thing about it is where I paint myself in a wall on that stuff is like the BTO series or this series right here. It's there's kind of not like an end game to it, so it kind of just either dies off or I just stop doing it. So, and then the ranch would be another one of those. There's no goal at the end, It's pretty much the length of 25. Even that one series you do, I can't think of the name off the top of my head, Brian, about the where I think you're in Zelonka, and you see how many hours you have by the end of 25. Even though it's the whole time 25 is out, it's there's still an end goal. Well, with these series, it's just go till it don't go no more kind of thing. So I don't know if that really hurts me or helped me. I'm guessing it hurts me, if anything, but it's still fun to do. So owning the map for, say, on Riverbend Springs is probably the first one that I've done that's got an end game to it. Like that series won't be around forever. Alright, then we'll go back to the long rows. If you was the live stream, Brian, what would you do? Which one of your videos would you go for on the live stream? Yeah, that'd probably be. Yeah, that'd probably be what I was thinking you'd probably do. Those would definitely be good choices, bud. But yeah, I think y'all give her a shot over there, Brian. I think it'd be a lot better off than what you think it'd be. Kind of excited to be there and cheer you on as you do it. Just might have to get on Discord and tell me to calm down if I'm being a little bit too much of a goober. Won't bother you a bit. See, I have to be, truth be told, a little candid moment here for people that don't know, which I'm guessing is probably a lot of you. I kind of slip up every now and then. I really do. I try to, my conversations and stuff that I have on here with chat, I try to keep it, for the most part, PG. But when you get me going and stuff like that, I'll lose track of that, and I'll start talking like I normally, I try to watch what I say, so I don't, get shut down or whatever it's called. But I'll get to going, and I have to calm myself down every now and then. I get in a good mood, and I just go. But I also know is me just going is not what's the word, politically correct or anything like that. So I really gotta. All right, cool. We've got to bring her back a little bit. I mean, I ain't saying I'm fake to you guys on here by no means. I'm real as can be. It's just like how I talk. There's a lot of. We'll just say this. There's a lot of cussing in my dictionary. but I know that's not a real good thing to do. And I do every now and then, but I try not to make a point of it all the time. Really, it probably just shows how dumb I really am because I can't think of better words to say. But I'm working on it. You know, I don't want some kid watching this that really enjoys it, and then I'm sitting here talking and cussing up a storm, and his mom rolls by him or whatever and says, "You're not allowed to watch that no more." You know what I mean? So I try to be a good example. I really do. But at the same time, I still get ornery from time to time. Now, what you were asking me earlier about what I use, Brian, is Streamlabs what you would use? And if so, I got a couple questions about it because I'm always trying to make stuff better. If something's better than what I'm using, I'm willing to try anything. But I don't know nothing about it. OBS was just the first thing that when I looked up what you use to live stream, or make videos. A lot of stuff I was picking up on was saying OBS. So I know it's probably not the best out there, but I figured it out pretty easy, and it's been working good so far. So in the same sense, I'm kind of like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You'll try OBS? Okay. Well, with OBS, I can help you a little bit. That is one thing I can help. I don't know it all, but I could definitely help you with if you had questions, which you probably don't. You're one of them smart fellers. But if you did something else, I wouldn't have no way of helping you out, to be honest with you, because I don't know nothing about it. Like if you jump on here with me, the next stream for say, I'd have to talk with you a little bit because I don't know how to set it up to where I could hear you talk through my, my speaker, my headphones, or does it come across the game, or how's that all set up? That's just stuff I don't know when we play multiplayer. So it'll be a learning curve for sure. I probably pretty easy. I just need to try and set it up to do both to where I don't have to change my. Oh, okay. Technically, Brian, we could almost kind of kill two birds with one stone if you think about it. If you wanted to stream on Saturday night too, we could do something on this, and I could stream and you could stream at the same time. We're on the same map. Oh, you can set up voice chat through Discord? Okay. Well, that's definitely something we'll get figured out for sure. Now you got me excited. But yeah, you'll have to explain to me how all that works and everything. So we'll get together one of these days. Well, depending on what your Christmas schedule is like, get together and um, figure it out how we want to do it anyway. Because truth be told, I'm gonna be honest, man. A field this size, it's hell, we're gonna need two of these out here to get anything done in a timely manner. And this field here, just kind of give a little context of it. It is a squared off field for the most part. Not a lot of character to it, but it does, like I said, have them low lying areas that kind of run zigzag through the field for water runoff. And then up there in the top right hand corner, there's actually a house up there with some trees that block it and everything like that. So it'd be like a little 90-degree cutout in that corner. But I can just easily take that out with paint and try to go around it and everything like that. So that's why I just went ahead and squared it off. But yeah, the map is coming together for sure. It's starting to look a little bit more than just open spaces. And then you'll see what I was talking about with the tree coverage and everything like that. Having a lot of trees, it's not so much it's a lot of trees. It's just everything's hedgerowed off. That's how they, way back in the day, that's how they marked, property lines. So it's kind of neat, that, like, because and everywhere in the United States is kind of the same for the most part. Your descendants and stuff, like what background they are. Like here, there's a lot of German families way back when settled here, and so you'll see stuff done here in my area that's done exactly like it is over in Germany. Heck, we even got some areas down here. I can't remember what country it comes from, but we have like rock walls, like hand-stacked rock walls, for property boundaries and stuff around houses and everything like that. So that's pretty. We kind of get it. That's what's cool about America is if you're watching this and you're from another country, we kind of got a little bit of everything. So, and at the same time, we kind of turn it and make it into our own little deal too, and modify it a little bit. So. Somewhere, I'm pretty sure Sweden, I'm pretty sure somewhere in this country, we had Swedish settlers, way back in or whenever they came over, and you'll find some places that got that going on in its area too. Some massive fields, though. You got anything this massive in Kentucky there, Farmer Brian? Surely you do. A lot of Swedes migrated to America in the early 1900s, I think, to mine for gold. Oh, okay. So we'd probably be seeing some of that culture in probably California, Nevada, and stuff like that. Maybe even in Alaska. Have I mentioned Farmer Brian how much I like this enhanced vehicle mod? I really appreciate you showing that to me. Any of you watching on here don't have this need it. Most of them went bankrupt. Just because they didn't find nothing, or they were just bad with money? What's the deal? Of course, back in them days, we had a lot of outlaws and stuff too, so they might have got stolen from. That wouldn't surprise me either. Yeah, you don't think I have? Man, it's really, I it's awesome, Brian. And you told me about this, and you was explaining it to me. I was like, oh, okay, but it really makes it easier. It does. They thought gold was way more common than it actually was, and they didn't find it. Oh, okay. Well, and then I bet it didn't help too when the gold rush and everything like that, and everybody flocked out there. You know, it was hard to find because so many people went out there to do it. Which is surprising to me a little bit, Sweden, and I could be, talking about stuff I don't know, so bear with me. But, with the way I'm envisioning, I've never actually been there myself, but the way I'm envisioning Sweden and stuff like that, and finding, it it makes me think, wouldn't there be gold there too? Or was it all kind of, if there was, it was all kind of gone through way before then, and then they were running out there also? You don't think there's much gold at all? I was just thinking because you guys got mountains and stuff there, right? Because you should, if you got mountains there and you got some fast moving streams and stuff like that, there should be some there, I would think. Made a multiplayer voice chat on Discord and sent you an invite. Okay. I'll definitely look at that. And all right. I went ahead and hit joined. I don't know if that means I'm talking to you now or not, but I went ahead and joined it. I was on my phone. I didn't do it on the computer, Brian. The mountains are up north, and it was really hard living up there back. Oh, I imagine so. I imagine so. The closer you get to that Arctic Circle up there, the colder it gets. I bet it's brutal. Heck, us guys over here probably just think we know cold, and you're probably dealing with it way worse than we ever have to. just nowadays. So my hat's off to you, Sweden. When it gets that bone chilling cold, I'm surprised, people can handle it, but they do. Stronger than I. I used to be able to do cold really well, but the older I get, the less I can deal with that stuff. I have to layer up. I'd be out there in t-shirts and a short, like, oh, I'm not cold. I'm pretty tough, Nowadays, I'm just like, oh, you're an idiot. Hey, Ryan, how's it going, buddy? Glad you can join us. Doing pretty good. That's good to hear. Kind of making us a map here. Getting this big old field finished up. Y'all ready for Christmas, Ryan? Or you still got to do some shopping like I do? It might help that a lot of men have dad bods. Yeah. I will say, though, that extra jiggle on you gets cold really quick. And once it gets cold, it stays cold until you warm it up. No shopping, you're 17? Well, ain't nothing wrong with that. Well, I definitely hope you have a good year there, Brian. Brian Sweden, I sent you a friend's request on Discord. Okay. Ryan, do you play 25? The shopping you did was at your job? Well, what do you do, Ryan, if you don't mind me asking? I'm going to kind of put you on the spot a little bit, too, if you don't mind. I've been asking everybody, if you come on here and say, hey, and stuff like that, and then kind of pop in and pop out. I usually don't, but since you're still messaging, I'll go ahead and ask you. Kind of curious, you work at Fleet Farm? Okay. I kind of try to keep track of everybody that's in here usually, and I'm curious, if you don't mind, tell me what part of the world or United States you're from. Just kind of give you an example. Farmer Brian in the chat, he's from Kentucky. Got Piper, he's not on tonight. He's from Wisconsin, and Sweden is from Sweden. So just kind of curious where everybody's located. If you don't want to, you don't have to. You're from Wisconsin? Well, man, I'm just picking up a whole bunch of Wisconsin people. You're like the third one. Because that's where Piper's from. And I can't think of his name right off the top of my head. There was another one that was from Wisconsin that was on here last couple streams. Man, that's going to kill me. I'm going to have to look back and I'm going to have to start writing this down. But I usually do a pretty good job about remembering everybody who's on here constantly. And so that's pretty cool, Ryan. I'm glad you can join us, and I'm glad I can get another one from the great state of Wisconsin. I myself am from Kansas, and this map that we're creating is based on that, my area. So hope you enjoy this, and hope you keep coming back and chatting more. Cheese. Yeah. Got some damn good cheese up there. Actually, know a feller that just went up there to do a lot of def deletes on some trucks. And he went up there and bought a whole bunch. Now, what is, if you don't mind me asking, what's Fleet Farm exactly? Because to me, it kind of sounds like I don't know, like a trucking fleet, or is it actually like a real like a dairy farm? I'm just throwing out random stuff I know, but I'm definitely curious. Fleet Farm is a store with close to parts to lawnmower. Oh, okay, cool, cool, man. That's pretty neat, buddy. Well, hopefully they pay you pretty good up there. Excuse me. That one kind of came out of nowhere. This old tractor, Farmer Brian, it really slows down when you turn it too. Might definitely need a modded upgrade version of this, for sure. I mean, you would think 650 some odd horsepower would be enough, but I guess not. You also live on a bee farm. That's kind of what I do in my spare time there, Ryan. I I work at a meat plant, and and then when I come home and then on the weekends I have my own cattle and everything like that. So it's pretty cool to hear somebody else doing that same thing. Watch the video and you'll see. I already watched it, Brian. Or did you send me another one? The new one? Well, maybe I didn't watch this one. Sorry, guys, I'm watching video. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't see this one. It wasn't there when I was looking at the other one. That got up to 19 mile an hour, right? Or did it get faster than that? Yeah, 19. Nope, 20. It did get up to 20. Heck yeah. That'd be definitely what I want. It took 1,500 horsepower to get that. Oh, shit. Whoops. See, I got to watch some videos. This is why you don't text and drive right here, kids. See, 10 data boys can be taken away with one oh shit moment. Alrighty. Back to your regular programming. So you had to make it 1,500 horsepower to pull that fast. What's its top speed when it's not pulling nothing now? By the way, I think I just made a short. I'll have to see if I can't get this clipped out on a editor. The same 24 mile an hour. Yeah, he was booming into a tree for sure. But yeah, I think I just made a YouTube short video with that one. I have to edit that out, clip it, and put it as a short. Me going, oh shit, and then put in don't text and drive or whatever. I was just straight up I watched the video twice, Brian. Then I read your chat and I look at the screen and I go, holy crap. Just stronger and more torque. Okay. So articulating tractor ain't going to twist itself in half, is it? We'll pick the left front up off the ground when I take off. Well, Ryan, I am a John Deere guy. We were actually just talking about that before you hopped on here and started chatting. I've always been a John Deere guy. Grew up with them. I don't mind Case IH. They've got some cool stuff too, but my heart bleeds green, buddy. How about you? Case IH. There ain't nothing wrong with that. There ain't a dang thing wrong with it. Well, it's just kind of like with me and motorcycles. I mean, Harley Davidson. You know, trucks is Ford. Not the most popular stuff, I get it, but that's where I'm at on my stuff. You know, I've always, kind of give you my favorite tractor is a John Deere 4020, preferably exact with the wide axle front end on it and the a bucket or loader. And yes, we would turn the fuel up to get more power out of it. And that's the first, how would you say, I wouldn't say the real tractor I learned to drive, but it was the one I got to use a lot, and it became a favorite. How about yourself, Ryan? International 1486. Now that is a specific one. Why that one, Ryan? What's your reasoning behind it? You know, speaking of tractors, Sweden, come hell or high water, I'm going to find a Newfield or Nuffield or however you pronounce that tractor. One way or another. If I have to pay somebody to mod that thing up, I'm going to do it. Just for you. What we have on the farm, the first one. Okay, so kind of similar story to what I had. Now, I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Does that have a cab on it? You have to bear with me. I'm not too familiar with old international tractors or anything. Over gaming. Hey all. Hope everyone is having a great week. Yeah, you too, buddy. Thank you. Dover Gaming, you have yourself a Merry Christmas too, buddy. Came out in the 80s, yeah. That's what I was thinking it was about the 80s. Said I'm not perfect when it comes to aging tractors and everything like that, but I get pretty close. Just by what people are, you know, like when you said the international. But thanks, bud. You as well. For sure, I want to try to, Dover. I'm gonna make the old college effort attempt. Now, the old international tractors and stuff like that, the old farmalls, I really do enjoy them. Don't get me wrong, I really do. I'm just telling you, there's something about that green that calls me. But what it might not know is, and I kind of showed this a little bit on Farm Sim 22, was I kind of like those, the old Alice Chalmers. The old 80s model of those. I always thought those looked cool and mean at the same time. They just, I don't know, you looked at them and they just the look of them screamed raw power. Like whatever you hooked to, they were going to pull it and they were going to pull it fast. Now, is that the real case? Probably not, but because I never got the opportunity to drive one, but I always liked the looks at them. You'd see one around here every now and then. They just look like tanks. They really did. And for whatever reason, them front tires that they put on there, they almost look like turf tires. Is what the diamond pattern on them. I always thought that was neat. got these big old chunky things in the back with the big old lugs on them, and just the front would be the turf tire. I just always thought that was cool because John Deere always did the the 3-ring or the 4-ring front tires and everything like that. So it was neat to see something different. But I will say this about Case. I always liked the way they sounded. I will say that. Now, what I'd like to do is have somebody come on here and tell me that their favorite is a Massey Ferguson and whatever model it is, because I don't hear too much about that. But around my parts, I do see some Massey out there. Not too often, but they are out there in my neck of the woods. And I ain't talking about the new stuff either. I'm talking about the old stuff. But what I find out that's most weird to me is like, what is that? The Versatile 935. That the frame and everything on it and the shape of it. It almost looks like it was made in the 90s. Per se, but it was actually late 70s when that came out. So that's pretty neat that they could, that just shows me they were ahead of their game, at the time on design. But I could have swore that was a early 90s, maybe mid 90s tractor, and no, it came out I think in 78. I think, if I'm thinking about the right model. Farmall M. Hey, that's a pretty cool little tractor. I'll have to pull my phone up and actually look at it. I want to make sure it's what I'm thinking it is. Because my granddad, way back when, like building them old tractors, he built a couple Model A John Deeres, and there was a Farmall that he helped restore and rebuild. And there's a picture of it somewhere. I want to see if it's the same one. Just to double check before I say something I don't know nothing about. Okay, yeah. I don't think it was exactly a Model M that he helped build or redo, but it looked pretty familiar. Matter of fact, I bet I can find that picture on my phone somewhere. Almost willing to bet I can find it. Have to give me a minute, and I have to keep looking up at my screen so I'm not texting and driving again and having uh-oh. Okay, so I found it. photos, and I'll try to put it up. I don't know if I have anybody on here. Farmer Brian or Sweden, if you're on here, can you actually put our Discord deal on there? So if he wanted to, he can join. I can put this picture on here. And I got a picture of me sitting on a old farm hall. I don't think it's the M though. But I will put it in the photos of the Discord. I don't know how old I was in this picture, but you can actually look on there and see that old one he just got done restoring. And I was sitting on it. Wasn't paying attention to the camera. But I don't know if any of you are old tractor antique looker-atters and can tell what it is by that picture, but it's on there. Oh, I didn't know that, Farmer Brian. Is it something I can put on there? Because I could have swore I put the Discord on there in chat one time. I know I did. I don't know if I got in trouble for it or not, but I don't know. For Brian, you might be able to look at that picture and tell me what it is. I was young when that thing was around. I don't even remember it besides the picture, so. Man, I'm learning so much today. I didn't know YouTube had rules on that. Copy that link and put it in your search bar and it should take you to it. Alright, I guess I'm not following. Farmer Brian, what you talking about? Or did I miss something? If Ryan copies that link, it should take him to your Discord. Oh, okay. Gotcha, gotcha. Okay, I'm tracking what you're saying now. But I bet that picture was probably, I'm going to say, I was born in 89. So that picture was either in 90 or 91. What link? Hold on just a second. Let me see if I can get this figured out here. Let's see here. Where is it at? Copy link. And then come in here. Paste. Alrighty. So I put that. Look at the shop that I put into the map on the picture I sent you, okay? Ryan, I put the link in the chat. I don't hope I've done that before. Hopefully I don't get in trouble. All right, Farmer Brian, I'm looking right now. That's the Riverbend Spring shop, ain't it? Oh, I can do it. You guys just can't? Okay. All right. Well, that makes sense. I misunderstood you, Brian. Sorry. I was thinking something else. But yeah, there you go, Ryan. You can copy that link, and it'll take you there, and you can join if you want to. But yeah, it'll be in the photos section. Piper, the other guy that's from Wisconsin, is the one building this Discord. And I don't think it's done yet by any means. I'm not for sure. I couldn't tell you if it was or not, but he says he's working on it. And but it's down in the photos section tab. And I about did it again. I'm horrible. Oh, shit. Or the cars don't. I definitely need that, because that's, once we get over to that area, we're definitely going to need that. Probably help my plow was down. Well, we got 2 passes left, and I think after this field, I'm going to end up calling it. I think you and anyone that have as a moderator can do it. Yeah, I don't have moderators yet. I haven't. I probably need to be getting some Dover Gaming and doing that. I'm not technical when it comes to that stuff, so I'm a little nervous about putting people, or doing something wrong. I can send it to you in an email. Okay. That will work for sure. But yeah, it's actually working out perfect. Coming up to we're over 3 hours now on this live stream, and we're getting this big field done. We'll finish up this field, and we'll probably end up calling it an evening. But so, if any of y'all got any questions or anything to add, and we'll get till the end of this pass and the one back. And I just want to thank you all thank you all for coming in here and spending time with me and watching my stuff when you could probably have a lot better things to do on a Saturday night. So I definitely appreciate your time. It does not look like an M. What's that look like? I don't know what it is. Like I said, you see the kid sitting on the seat's me, so you can see how much I know about it. There's another picture of it. I'll have to look. I don't have it on me, but it's in an old scrapbook. It shows the side of it, and I'll see if I can't find that. Add me as a moderator, and I will help when you feel. Oh, I'm comfortable with you, Brian. I'm perfectly fine with that. It's just we'll get offline and one of these days, and I'll chat with you, and you can kind of walk me through it. Because again, like I said, I'm not trying to be like a big old dummy, but I don't know this stuff. I know just enough to YouTube. But when it comes into the moderators and stuff like that, I have no idea what I'm doing. You can straight up lie to me, Farmer Brian, and I'd believe you. You know what I mean? Not that you would. I probably need to just do some research and figure it out so I do know this stuff. If this is what I'm going to be doing for a long period of time, but yeah, I'd be happy to have you. I ain't got no problem with that. You help me out as much as it is. You're probably pretty much a moderator for me anyway. I'd almost say this field's just as big, if not maybe a little bigger than that one over there. It took me forever to finish. Yeah, Ryan, I don't know what it is. Like I said, if you have any info on it, I'd like to know. If I find that picture, I'll put it on here. The other picture of it, I will definitely put it on there and give a better example. I know we had, I'm trying to think. He did it pretty accurate. I wonder if I could look. Farm all tractors. Hey, Thomas, how's it going, buddy? Man, you're just coming in here when we're about ready to finish up. How you been, buddy? How's Pennsylvania treating you? Ryan, I'll have to do some digging for you, buddy. I'm not for sure what type of tractor that was. Yeah, I've been on for 3 hours, buddy. But here's what you can do, Thomas, just for you. What we're going to do is I'm gonna get out of here and I'm going to fly because we just finished up this field. And I'll get in here and get on flight mode and pop up so you can kind of see what we did. And then as soon as this stream ends, it should go on regular video and upload on YouTube and you can watch the whole thing. I do apologize. I know you enjoy being on here, but man, I got to get off here. I'm getting tired. So, go to J, and we will fly up here. And this is the map we're creating. And we just got done finishing this massive field. And it's starting to take shape. It's a lot more to go, so we will definitely be back on here for sure, buddy. There's kind of an overview. I think we got to, yeah, I think this field should have been shifted a little bit more this way. We might have to take care of that. But then that would screw this up. Definitely more work to do. Because this should have stopped about right here in this area. I know, buddy. I apologize. Yeah, I feel bad. I really do. Like I said, I've been on here 3 hours. I got my family in here, and I need to go spend some time with them too, buddy. We got some Christmas stuff. I got to wrap presents still and everything like that. But anyway, like I said, unfortunately, Thomas, I do got to get off of here. We do when we stream at 7 o'clock p.m. my time. Please tell me you'll be live tomorrow. We might be able to work something out. I might be able to do that for you. Let me do some checking and follow. If you're on my page and you follow, I will put in the comments. You built your son a gaming computer for Christmas? Oh, that's pretty cool, Brian. That is very cool. But yeah, I could probably get on for a little bit tomorrow, Thomas. If I did, it'll be around 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, which if you're in Pennsylvania, if I remember right, that'll be 8 o'clock your time. So if I do it, hopefully you're on there. Okay? Because if you're not on there, I'll be pretty disappointed like you're being disappointed right now. All right? So I will get on there tomorrow about that time, and we'll do a little bit more on this map. I'll make a couple more maps, and instead of getting off here on offline and building them on my free time, I'll go ahead and go live for you. Okay, buddy? But with that being said, okay, Thomas, thank you all. We'll see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. my time. So it'll be 8 o'clock your time, I do believe. And for the rest of you want to come in and join on that too, we'll just make a double deal out of it. We'll work on this map, obviously, too. But like I said, I've got to get off here, guys. It's been real. It's been fun. And I can't thank you guys enough for making this series as big as it is. And my channel is growing exponentially. And like usual, if you have not yet subscribed or going to check him out, go check out Farmer Brian. He's a guy that helps me with all my mods and give me some ideas. And definitely go check him out. He's fun to watch himself. Probably has better content than I do, to be honest. But anyway, we're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. And I will see you all next time. Have a good Christmas week, and we'll see you tomorrow.